Sure.
So it's that, and this is one of the reasons why when people keep talking about, I think like it is an obvious way in which Texas is trending blue, but I don't necessarily know that a Democrat is going to win a statewide election here anytime soon necessarily.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, sort of the old canard about demographic change always must mean that, Democrats will get every minority vote in Texas moving forward. I mean,
I think that's actually not the case.
Yeah.
I think it's obviously not the case. I mean, one Democrat said to me, when he was talking, I mean, you look at Zapata County, that county that flipped along the Rio Grande Valley. I mean, look, there's like multiple reasons why that happened. Obviously one of the reasons was Joe Biden saying in a debate, we got to phase out fossil fuels. Yeah. Well, if you're in a county where most of the jobs come from energy companies,
right.
It doesn't really matter what race you are. You're going to be like, well, I don't want to lose my job, especially if your bosses are telling you, if Joe Biden gets elected, we're going to close this place down.
Right.
That's going to exercise a big influence on your vote. So I think, it is certainly a case. It is a mistake to assume that demographic change necessarily means, Democrats are going to benefit.
Yes, I see this. You hear this a lot on both sides these days.
You hear this a lot on both sides, right? You hear on Fox News, there's all this talk about like replacement and stuff like that, but it's not actually true. You cannot just because someone is Latino or does not mean that their political philosophy is going to be liberal,
right? And
particularly if you come from a country that is right. Particularly if your family has come to the United States from a country that has a liberal left-wing government, you're not necessarily going to be all that receptive to people you see as reflecting that kind of political philosophy. Right. So I think it's a mistake. I mean, I think whenever people on right or left assume that those demographic changes are going to be positive for Democrats, that's a mistake.
Right.
I've actually written at length about this, but
certainly.